Happy Easter! Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. Today we have a special day with the sunrise service at 6:15 out at Nauset Beach and services here at the church at 8:30 and 10 a.m. with even a couple baptisms at our 10 a.m. service. I hope you'll be able to join us for Easter Sunday worship. Our devotion today comes from Luke's account of the resurrection and verses 6 and 7 in chapter 24, where the two men who are dressed in dazzling clothes speak the following words to Mary Magdalene and the other women who have come to the tomb. They say, "Remember how he told you while he was still in Galilee that the Son of Man must be handed over to sinners and be crucified, and on the third day rise again." The key word which I'll be sharing about in my sermon today in Luke's account of the resurrection, that critical word is the word remember. In Luke's account of the resurrection, the risen Christ does not appear at the tomb. He does not appear to the women. He doesn't speak to Mary as John declares in his gospel. It's the two men in dazzling clothes who we presume to be angels who speak to the women, and they've come to prepare a dead body for further burial, to bring spices and to anoint the body of Jesus. But they have forgotten what he said, not once, not twice, but 3 times while he was still in Galilee and journeying to Jerusalem about what was going to happen to him. And the crucifixion and the being handed over had happened, and now it's the time for him to rise again from the dead, just as he had raised the widow's son in Luke's gospel, just as he had raised Lazarus from the dead, as told in John chapter 11. Remember what he told you. Remembering the words of Jesus is just so critical to our even being a disciple. Truly, if we can't remember what Jesus said and taught, if we can't remember those words, we certainly can't do them. And we need to remember Jesus, and part of how we do that is by, I hope, watching devotions like we do every day together. It's by reading in the Gospels on our own, because we can't remember words that we haven't taken into mind and taken to heart on a regular basis. It says in Luke's gospel about the women, "Then they remembered his words, and returning from the tomb, they told all this to the 11 and to all the rest." It's often surprising, isn't it, how someone can help to prompt us, and then all of a sudden we remember something, and it might even be something of great significance that we had forgotten in a moment. I pray that you will always remember God's love for you and God's power that raised Jesus from the dead to give us all hope of being members of God's family and having the opportunity at eternal, abundant, joyful life with Jesus Christ. He is risen. He is risen indeed.